I'll be honest, I wasn't very good Jack Black.
What was it?
Let's get rocking.
That's
It's worse the second time.
nothing like Jack Black.
Didn't sound anything like it.
Let's get rocking.
Go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here for episode 5. I think it's number 5. And Matt is back.
Got coffee.
Matt is back.
We got coffee.
I think he's with less alcohol today. Let's hope so.
Yeah, Josh is with more coffee though because he's been a bit odd this whole day.
I have been a bit odd.
He's been chatting some weird shit.
I didn't sleep very well.
You're not even forming sentences right as well. You're just putting words in kind of random orders.
Yeah, no. Anyway, today we do actually have something to do. It's not just a ramble.
We're going to do what we did last
time.
week. We're going to do what we tried to do last week and answer some in-depth, big, unanswerable questions.
I say
with
they're
Matt.
big, but they're not really that
Well,
big.
you were in charge of getting the questions.
No, looking back at them now, they're just like sort of, they're questions.
I've got to
so
be
you
honest.
fucked up your one job.
Yeah.
Last week, I re-listened to it and I just thought you guys were being really mean to me.
Matt.
I'm going to put something straight, okay? This is, in fact, an entertainment podcast, okay? So we cannot ignore the fact that you brought out whiskey.
Yeah.
Do you think Adolf Hitler was like,
I did.
well, everyone's being mean to me?
I did hesitate on whether to come back this week, but I have.
Well,
I
You
wanted
begged
to
us
do these.
come back. You begged us to come back. You were like, I really want to do the questions, guys. Bring me back.
I did. I wanted to do the questions because we weren't supposed to do them last week.
I would
and you
say
guys
after we
were-
ended the podcast last week, you were really upset about the fact we didn't actually do the questions. Like, you were really interested in this idea, which I'm going to come out and say in episode 5. This isn't a great idea for a podcast.
It's not.
This isn't
Quite
me
nice.
selling
It's not,
it.
is
These
it?
are terrible pitch, but we're going to see what happens. Josh is in charge of getting the questions. He's compiled some questions. Hopefully the questions are going to be all right, and we're all going to have a great time.
I don't know
Josh.
if they will be all right. I got some of these questions from
He doubts himself.
some very weird American websites. So some of them are like quite strange.
I like that.
Also, some of them are going back to the first roots of the first podcast of questions to ask your boyfriend.
Wow, if we're going to go out to anything.
So, like one of them is Obama really the Messiah?
Do you want us to answer that, or are we going to
Well,
get
you
to
can
that?
if you want.
Matt, is Obama really the Messiah? Who said he was the Messiah?
Well, people do. Americans do.
Have you got a source for these questions?
American people.
Just American people.
My answer?
Yep.
Yes, he is.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No.
Should we just move on to the next one? Because that's a pretty...
I didn't know we'd started. Josh, to be honest.
start.
Oh, you're right. That hadn't really started. All right.
Because we're starting, I'm
Let's-
going to tuck into a twirl.
This is going quite... Okay, you do that. This is going quite nice, okay? If money cannot buy happiness...
Can I have a little bit, Will?
Okay, we're just going to ignore the question.
Thanks.
It's fine. This is last week
I just
all
want
over
a
again.
little bit.
No, Matt.
Thanks.
There you go.
Guys, you can't just stop to have a Twix.
Oh, sorry. It's not a Twix, it's a twirl.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Better than a Twix.
Right, are we ready now?
Twix is a stupid chocolate. They're fucking everywhere,
This is
Twixes.
a-
But Twixes
Oh.
are really overrated. Just a bit of biscuit.
I don't know what's happened. This
don't
is
fucking
becoming
want
very
that.
unprofessional.
Go on.
All right. If money cannot buy happiness, can you ever be truly happy with no money?
Don't know. I'm a baller.
Yes.
You're
Yes.
a baller.
I'm a baller. I'm made of money.
I don't think you are.
Fucking Fanta.
Oh.
Fucking twirl.
What about you, Matt?
Yes, because you can get credit now, which technically isn't money. It's not money, it's credit, and you can use it online. That's
For
why
what-
you have a
for
credit
what, though?
card.
For what?
So therefore, you're not actually spending money, you're spending credit. So yes,
What are
you
you
could
on
buy a
about?
house.
But I think that the question is
I
more
don't think
so...
that's true. I think he's just making shit
I
up.
don't know. I think the question is more so without currency, can you be happy?
Oh.
So let's just go with that.
No.
So like Amazon
No.
gift cards don't count.
But you see some happy homeless people. They're happy with their
Have you
dog.
ever seen a happy
Where?
homeless person?
Yeah, what are you talking about? Of course.
When?
In Oxford.
Where?
In Oxford.
Well,
That's because they have a dog.
Yeah, they enjoy their dog. They seem happy.
I heard that they get their dogs from like a person who hands them
in some ways, you could say that dogs are in fact currency though and money because they have a retail value.
They have sentimental value.
Okay,
And,
I guess.
And some people.
So Matt's
use
saying
that.
no, you're saying... what
Look,
is
there's
it?
a girl behind you dressed very weirdly.
Stressed still the sofa.
It's just a girl with a beard.
I think you might be making that up, man.
No, girl with a beard.
All right. Can we move on then?
Yeah. Next question. Next question.
If a genie granted you 3 wishes,
It's like
what would
I'm
you wish
eating my
for?
dinner right here.
I know. Same with last week as well.
I'm really tucking into
You
a
kept
load of
burping
food.
with Sprite
I'm
last week.
tucking into a load of food. I don't know why this has become my dinner time. Carry on.
If a genie granted you 3 wishes, what would you wish for? See, now we have the problem of you drinking Fanta.
All right, sorry, I'm putting it away.
All right.
Matt, you answer first. They're going to make this into a big question. Here you go, Matt. Genuinely, if you had 3
wishes.
wishes, what would they be?
3 wishes. I don't know. I'm pretty content on what I've got now. I don't think I need 3 wishes.
You can't go, I don't want any. They're free. Just take them. What 3 could you have? I swear to God, if you say a second smartwatch.
That's what I was going to say.
Okay, so you got a second smartwatch. You got 2 more to use. So
You can set the settings on
and you
left
can't
or
say
right,
a 3rd and 4th
so.
smartwatch. That doesn't count.
He
So
can do
I got
whatever he
another
wants, mate.
smartwatch.
So, you don't make the
Not
rules.
your job.
No, actually,
I'm
I'll
not the genie.
I'll skip that one. I'll be like, no, actually, I want my back. And then it'll like puff. And then he'll be like, okay, you get another one.
So you've now got 3 wishes.
I got 3 wishes again.
If we didn't want
Right.
any,
Okay.
now you want all of them.
You know what I really want to do? I really want to have a big, giant, like a big building. Like with like, you know, when you look at a building and it looks like it's completely made out of glass, but in fact they just got really big glass windows on them. I want to have an office at the top of one of those and look out onto a city and then like look menacingly. So
That's not even like a kind of. That's
that-
not an unrealistic
firstly, I need-
dream.
It's understandable.
That's
but it's
something you
like- it's
could do without a
not- yeah,
genie.
It's not something you do with a genie.
well, it'd be much easier to do with a genie.
It would, but
It would be easier, man.
It'd be a
but
waste.
You need to think
Why?
about
I'd
it.
have a big building.
'Cause you
One
could-
more
you
big
could-
building than you've got, Josh.
You could fly. You could choose to fly if you wanted to, but you've chosen to have an office.
I want the whole building.
You've got like see
I'd be
people
quite
naked,
Yeah.
date whoever you want, have incredible wealth. You just want, I'll have an office,
Nah,
please.
office.
Office in a big building.
How are you
going to
waste your other 2 wishes?
Actually, you know what? Ability to fly is a good one.
Well,
No,
we're actually sort of going on to that in the next one.
And I've got a really good yeah, anyway, yeah.
Right.
Ability
great
to fly
story.
would be
Yeah,
good
okay.
because I'd love to just like
Oh.
someone knocks on the door and then I turn around and I'm in a suit and they're like, hello, and she's like, oh, you've got a meeting, and I go, okay, just give me a second.
That's not something you can
And
wish
then
for.
as the secretary's standing there, I just jump out the window and they're like, whoa, and then I fly off and she'd be like, oh my god, that's so cool.
Right.
He's now envisioning a whole
That's-
life for himself.
yeah.
That's
isn't he?
actually an idea
making
I
a
had.
new
I
guy.
wanted to actually make that.
What's this guy called? This guy.
You
in
need
He's
to
the
the
change your name.
president of the galaxy.
What's your 3rd wish going to be, Matt? And
Yeah.
you can't say to be president of the galaxy. Well, you can.
Oh my
if he
god,
wants to.
yeah, president of the galaxy.
You don't have many roles.
Why not?
Only on Earth.
What
but-
kind of what happens in the day-to-day life of president of the galaxy?
Well, it's this. You manage the
Space management.
Yeah.
space management, and considering that
Watch Star Wars 6 times.
I don't think that there's very much intelligent life in our galaxy.
Hold on.
so-
Why are you
Well,
ruling that out?
Other
Matt?
than
Not
Earth.
with you here.
That's me.
Sorry.
Why do you not think there's any intelligent?
I don't know. They're like saying they found like a germ on Mars or something like that, and
A
everyone
germ
goes
on
like,
Mars?
"Oh my god!"
I think no, a germ, Josh,
Oh,
not
right.
a German.
I think I don't know. You can get
Auf
really,
Wiedersehen.
you can get really philosophical and say like, "Oh, it took like millions and millions of years," and that we started developing quite quickly after the Big Bang or something like that.
I think you'll find that God
Actually, I
created
don't-
the universe, Matt, and all the inhabitants. of it in
Let's not
7
go
days.
to religion, please.
So I don't think there's. I don't think if there is other life out there, I don't think it's intelligent, and it's just like a blob of slime.
But
So my
I
job
dunno.
is easy because there's only probably us and
So in this whole universe, do you mean in this
Galaxy.
galaxy? Okay.
He's a president of the galaxy, not
Yeah.
the universe,
No,
Josh.
of course.
God, Jesus
That's too
Christ.
big of a title.
President,
much responsibility.
President of the
Who do you
uni-
think he is?
No, president of the universe is a horrible guy. He's a douchebag.
Oh, no, everyone knows that though.
Everyone doesn't like him.
Has he done his 3rd wish yet?
Why don't you? Yeah, that was.
Yeah,
his,
that was
his
president
3rd
of the
wish was
galaxy.
to become president of the galaxy. Josh, I feel like yours might be a little bit.
It's not
bad.
I haven't thought about it, but I don't
I
understand
know
how
yours would be. Yours would be something
You
really
wouldn't- I
fucking
wouldn't
annoying.
do
I'd be like,
anything.
I want to reach. I just want to reach pure enlightenment, man. I want to take. I just want to be happy. You know. I don't really want material goods. I just want to be happy.
I wasn't really thinking about doing.
Give me
doing
3.
this.
What you? So you just thought you were.
I thought I was the questioner.
So you don't have to answer the questions.
Nah.
Do you want my 3 wishes?
Yeah, I do.
Number 1. To own a daycare.
Right, where to begin?
Daycare.
Will, what?
Daycare.
Why a
Babies.
daycare?
Babies.
Yeah, but that don't say that. I feel
I
weird.
can see
you say
where
babies.
you're coming from.
Stop saying
Babies.
babies. Stop saying babies.
Babies and toddlers. Little kiddies.
Why do you want to?
Sounds like a cool job, doesn't it, man? Because, like, you know, like a lot of people make business empires out of cool things, but not many people are really making business
You
empires.
realise you'll be working alongside, children.
No, you
Yeah.
can hire people.
But you hate children.
Oh, I don't know where you've made that up
Why?
from.
No, I just thought you hated people in general. I thought
No,
they
children
were.
are all right. Because you can excuse the
Yeah,
stupid
but Will-
bullshit they say.
Yeah, but how are you going to cope with all the
How
stupid
am I
shit
going
they
to
do?
cope? Literally, you just open the daycare.
You have a panic attack when I do something wrong.
Look, Josh, That's because you're almost a fully grown adult, Josh, and you still can't do simple fucking things.
Yeah, it's true.
The daycare, easy. You just open it up, mummies and daddies bring in their babies to the daycare. They go, I'm going off to work today.
You throw them in a ball pit.
That's cool, man. That's cool. Bring them in the babies. We chill all day. Like, it's an easy job. You just chill with babies.
No, it's not an easy job.
You chill with babies.
No, it's not an easy job.
What do babies do, Josh?
They sleep.
They
So I
poo,
say-
they sleep, they cry.
Sounds like me. That's who I want to be hanging around with. People of my own. I want to hang around with people I'm going to get along with. And I think if I'm going to get along with babies...
They can't talk to you.
I get what it means.
Exactly. That's helpful, Josh.
I think you're in
Because you talking to me, you say a lot of stupid shit.
I think you're in the same position I was about 6 months ago when you think every baby's like Stewie Griffin. It's not the truth.
No,
Yeah.
No, Josh. I'm
sorry
talking
to
about
burst your
toddlers as
bubble.
well. Toddlers and stuff.
Baby cast.
When babies get to kind of like 6 or 7, I think, or 5 even, it's kind of
When
like...
they get an ego, you're in trouble.
When
They start getting a personality.
Yeah, exactly. I
Yeah.
don't really like people's
They're better
personalities.
robotic.
Yeah, precisely.
Why don't you just buy robot like baby dolls?
Wish number 2.
Yeah.
To create the world's biggest fire. In like a field or somewhere.
What is the word?
Have you got a permit for that?
You like think like at like Halloween and stuff, you think, oh, we'll have a bonfire, that's cool.
Yeah.
And you think, oh yeah, bonfires are kind of cool.
As
And then
president
you go
of the-
see a bonfire and you're like, man, fire's fucking awesome. Don't you?
I'm just saying, as president of the galaxy, you need a permit to start a really big fire.
Listen, right, fucking galaxies. You see a fire and you
Yeah.
think, fires are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You see a bonfire and you think, oh, that's fucking cool, isn't it? Think about that on like a grand level. I'm talking like 50
How
times the
big?
size. I'm talking we're covering maybe a mile-long fire. Not like a forest fire. Not like spread over many areas. I mean like a really concentrated
That's
fire.
good, but
What
like, you're not even gonna be able to see it because you only see like
You're not gonna be able to see
the
it.
front of it. Do
What
you know
fuel
what I
are
mean?
you going to
Josh,
be using?
if I have the ability to build a fire this big, I
Yeah.
have the ability probably to buy a helicopter and travel around and look at it from all angles. I feel like someone's at least going to give me that in the complimentary package.
Are you gonna throw anyone in there?
I'm not a dickhead, Josh. It will just wrap I won't be able to get CRB checked when I open up my daycare centre, will
Baby
I?
loving fireman.
Yeah, basically.
Sweet. You have
What?
one more wish, don't you?
And Matt was asking me what fuel I was going to use.
Yeah, what fuel are you going to use?
The babies from the daycare.
Oh, okay.
Oh, good
The
idea.
plan comes together. It's like the A-team. You guys can help me out. If anyone,
a
plan no.
if the police
good.
ever ask me about this, I'm counting you two as my accomplices.
The whole world knows about this.
anything.
It's good. That's actually not a bad idea because
I think it's a terrible idea.
you start a daycare. You get a
You get
daycare
loads
I think
of
we should
money.
do that.
You start a daycare business. You get loads of money from the daycare, and you also get good fuel for the fire.
Okay.
Babies.
Okay.
Do people burn very well? I'm not really sure. I've never
They
really
don't.
tried to set someone on
They
fire
don't.
before.
Rumor has it they don't.
My fascination with fire hasn't
I
stretched.
seen Jaws, and in Jaws 2, the
Irrelevant.
the shark like bites electric wire, and he just like explodes. So maybe.
Wish
Okay.
number 3
Wish number 3.
to be the manager of Newcastle United.
Right. How do you think that would pan out? Because you don't actually, other than FIFA, which you are quite successful at, you don't have any managerial
No.
qualities.
Don't I? Could you not imagine if I came? I manage you pretty well.
You-
I manage you in your time.
Sorry, I wasn't aware you were my manager.
No, I'm kind of in a kind of not in an official way, in a kind of looking over you, fairy godmother.
Yeah, but what
type
do
way.
you manage of mine?
I stop you from doing stupid shit.
Like what?
You always
Will?
going, oh, we should do this. This is a good idea. No,
Like
it's
what?
not. No, it's not.
Like what?
George, I don't know. You're always texting me these stupid ideas late at night. It's like 1 in the morning. It's like, oh, I don't know, man. Why don't we fucking, all wear loads of jumpers at the same time?
Yeah,
and like,
that is
everyone
something
will
I've
find
sent
that
you.
cool. And I'll be like, well, we could.
I think you're hating on my creativity because you do.
I think you're hating on the fact that I'm going to be the most successful Newcastle United manager of all time.
Well, I have yet to see that. Right, should we move on? Because you've
Yeah.
done 3.
Do you not have any wishes you
No,
want to share?
I don't care. I'm happy.
Oh, he's doing. He
That's
has to
really
stick it.
nice.
I'm happy, man. I don't need
I'm
any
happy for you,
wishes.
Josh.
If I had 3 wishes, I
Yeah.
would wish for.
Oh, so he is going to tell us.
Well, you made a fuss.
Okay,
Fuss
go
and a
on.
bother.
Go on. You're just not going to give us
Nah.
any. Move on to the next question, Josh.
Next
Alright.
question.
Invisibility
No.
or flight?
Yeah.
Ooh, I already answered this one.
How fast can I fly?
Uh,
That's a big factor.
hmm.
Can I use this flight for like serious travel?
What was that film about those teenagers that got those powers from going in a massive hole?
Marvel.
No.
The hole.
No.
There's something called like Oracle or something.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, like that.
Well, I haven't seen that film, so that's no fucking help to me.
Yeah.
What I want to know is how fast I can fly, Josh.
Pretty fast.
Oh, I saw
like,
that film.
If I want to
know
go,
what you're talking
I don't know.
motorbike speed.
If I want to go to
if you wanted.
Edinburgh for the day,
Yeah,
am I able to fly there?
if you wanted to. Might be a bit chilly.
I'm sure I'll wrap up warm, Josh.
Yeah, but
Don't worry.
In the clouds, you got.
I just want to be kind of like fly around kind of fly, or is it like a serious like I could just fly anywhere kind of fly?
Well, you're not Superman. You can't like rocket around the Earth.
I go for flying personally.
Okay.
I feel like invisibility would wear off.
Yeah, fly, just so I could do that thing where someone, like, so I could just jump out a window.
He's already got
like,
flying because he's always used his 2 wishes.
I'll have
Yeah.
invisibility then.
Would you fly, Josh?
No,
Would you be
invisibility is...
I think I'd probably fly. I think that'd be badass.
I feel like invisibility would be kind of cool, you know, looking at naked women. Yeah. But
it'd wear
saying
off.
that, no, but saying that, Matt, because you could sneak into women's changing rooms naked.
Will, can we just address the fact that everything you do is quite perverted at the moment?
No, what? Like what? What else have I said today that's perverted?
Well, the children thing was pretty weird.
No, I'm going to burn them, Josh, not rape them.
That was a good idea, actually. I mean, the first thing.
Oh,
I'm
no.
perverted about that.
No.
What I mean is like, no. If you're like, you think like if you're invisible, maybe sneak into someone's changing rooms, look at some naked boobies and stuff like that. But really, if you could fly, women would want that anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
Josh.
That is true.
So you wouldn't need to sneak into. You just have the women, you know, all over you basically. Because you walk into a bar and you go, I can fly, and then you actually do fly. You're gonna go home with someone.
All right. I think we've established that. Move on.
Next question.
Would you rather be really, really small or a massive giant?
A massive, not just a giant. I'm
No,
a
massive giant.
How small?
Ant, probably.
Oh really?
Yeah.
How tall?
You know, massive.
I just saw the man with the beard.
Yeah, I'm
The
sitting
lady
right
with
next
the
to you,
beard, I
man.
mean.
Yeah. I think there's a few of them. I saw them in the toilets upstairs when I was doing a poo.
What are you
They're
talking
walking
about?
around.
What?
There's a lot of people. Don't ask me why.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people. I'm assuming they're art students walking around with beards.
Those art students are crazy kids.
Went upstairs. Was gonna do a poo. Couldn't. They were putting me off. They were all putting on their makeup and stuff. I was like, I'm pressured. I can't do this. I'm gonna go do the podcast right now.
Pre-podcast poo.
Yeah. Well, I can't. I couldn't anymore. I couldn't get one out. I was too nervous because they were all like bearding up and stuff. And then I walked out and there were a load of girls just in beards, and I was like, okay.
That is quite...
It is a weird experience. And I've
that's
walked
quite
down here
weird.
and we started the podcast and my life has continued to be very weird. Well, I've forgotten the question. What
The
was
question: would you rather be really, really small or a
it?
massive
Small.
giant?
Small. Because a giant
Why?
would be fucking awkward. You'd have to like, oh, sorry guys, I just stepped on Waitrose. But small, you could just kind of live your own life, couldn't you? You could just
That's
kind
true.
of get on with shit.
That is true.
No, they'd end up putting you... They do experiments and they'd like
What
put
would
you
you
down a
eat?
sink or
Oh,
something.
they didn't know because they wouldn't be
And
able
you
to
get
catch me.
trapped
I'd be too
down a
small. They'd be like,
sink.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. They wouldn't catch me. I'd be in the blades of grass.
What would you
I
eat? Yeah.
I don't know, just grapes.
You'd be get eaten by
Grapes?
everything.
Well, you're like an ant.
Yeah, but one grape would last forever.
That would be so good. My folks would be like, "Oh, Matt, here's
My folks.
My folks.
My folks would be like, they'd give me like a big breakfast, and I'd be like, "Hell yeah, I'm small. I can, but I can only eat a bit of this." And then my mum would be like, "Oh, you could eat it all." And I'd be like, "Oh."
I think your mum would be understanding of the fact you were small. They wouldn't like make you eat all of your breakfast. Matt, you're almost 18. Why is your mum making you eat all your breakfast anyway?
I tend to eat all my breakfast anyway.
Josh,
Yeah.
don't worry.
Don't get asked.
Don't worry, guys. He does eat it without asking.
Yeah.
Do you also eat your vegetables before you get pudding?
Of course.
What would you eat if you were a massive giant?
People.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Baby. Babies.
Yeah, so you do become like a Godzilla-like character.
No, you wouldn't eat people. You just eat like cows.
I would eat people.
But you'd eat cows like they
raw?
were strawberries.
Just have a massive cooker. Put cows in it.
Or just eat whole supermarkets.
Yeah, but you...
Yeah, but I'd be able to digest them easy because they'd be really small.
Yeah, I guess
I think that'd be the least of my worries. To be honest, it'd be like weeing. That'd be an issue. Like where'd you wank, Josh?
Where? Oh.
Oh.
Because that's gonna be pretty awkward. One, people can see you. Two, you're gonna make a mess.
Niagara Falls.
You're gonna make a mess. You're gonna wank into Niagara Falls.
No, you
what the
are.
fuck is wrong with you?
No, I'm thinking of peeing spots as a
Josh,
giant.
what's the next question?
If your life was turned into a film...
What was that?
What?
Oh, that a really fucking weird
Out
noise.
of frustration. Right. If your life turned into a film,
No,
what actor would play you?
what actor would play me?
Yeah.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Oh, I can see that actually.
Yeah.
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 No. Yeah.
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 You know who'd play Matt? Jim Carrey.
Yep. Yep.
Jim Carrey.
For sure.
Who would play
Yeah.
you, Josh? Don't say Jake Gyllenhaal.
Daniel
I know.
Radcliffe would.
Josh has
play
got this problem. We should explain. It's not a problem. Josh has got a problem.
an issue.
Josh has got a problem, guys.
Yeah.
Josh is. You really like Jake Gyllenhaal.
He's a great actor.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But it's a brilliant way to wind you up.
But I don't do it anymore, do I?
No, you do, Josh.
do
It's
I?
a brilliant way to wind you up. If anyone says anything bad about Jake Gyllenhaal, you get very defensive.
guy.
Brian
about him.
Blessed.
He hasn't done anything wrong.
Why would Brian Blessed play Josh?
Play
He's like
Josh
a
in his
60-year-old
older
man. He's like a
years.
70-year-old man.
That's all he is.
How do you know what Josh is going to be like when he's old? He might be dead by then.
Thank you.
He might be dead at 30 for
Brilliant.
all we know.
Yep.
Well,
I think that's mean.
how's that mean? He might be dead at 30.
Will makes a good point.
He might be dead at 30, so you should have to be someone who's...
Anyway, I'd be happy with Daniel Radcliffe. Oh, I can go with
Daniel... Oh,
that. That's what Matt suggested. That's what Matt suggested.
wrong colour hair.
Yeah, you
He
dye
dyes
his
hair. This is a proper film, Will. He's not just going to turn up as Daniel Radcliffe. He's going to be me. He's going to do it all.
In the first scene of the film, be like, "Hi, I'm Josh." You'd be like, "No, you're Daniel Radcliffe." Oh no, worst convincing.
Oops, I did it
unconvincing
again.
Performance in the world. Have we got time for a few more questions?
I think we do.
I only give you time for 2 more questions.
2 more questions. How nice of you.
3 more questions.
If you had to say...
A million more questions. Questions for everyone.
For some reason, I put
Party!
down... One of the questions is, how do you feel about Monopoly?
How do I feel about Monopoly?
The
Hate
board
it.
game.
I love Monopoly.
Yeah, I thought you
Horrible
Do you
games
not like
for
it?
horrible
Do you
people.
want to play
I
Monopoly?
love it. My girlfriend hates it. I absolutely love Monopoly.
Don't really know how to play it, to be honest.
You don't know how to play Monopoly.
Not really.
It's not very difficult. You just roll a dice.
You
Well,
buy
Then you
properties,
buy
and
properties, you
tax
sell properties,
people.
and you go to jail, and you know pick up chance cards and your
Jail.
community chest and go to jail. It's pretty simple, man.
Become a
Sounds like real
dog
life.
or a car or a plane. That happens.
It's more simple than like a Rubik's cube. Then again, they're not that simple, so I'm not really backing up my
Alright.
point.
let's go on a new one. If you had to pick a new name, what would you choose?
Oscar
Really?
Yeah.
I can see you as an Oscar.
or an
Yeah.
Ollie
Maybe not an Ollie.
or a Rashid
Rodriguez.
Rodriguez Keating.
You do have a slightly Italian-esque look to you.
Do I?
I think you do.
Like a kind of
Yeah.
dirty Mexican with the dirty
Yes.
tash I got going. I
I don't know.
kind of like dirty Mexican.
Matt, what
like,
about you?
I've just hopped over the border smuggling cocaine in my
I got a
bum.
good one. Happy adjustable spanners.
That's a name and a half.
What, is he
isn't it?
answered even the right
don't know.
question? What was
What
that?
are you talking about,
You
Matt?
sure you're answering the
That's
right
a name. Happy is my first name. Adjustable is my middle name, and Spanners is my last name.
But you can't change your last
People call me
name.
Mr. Spanners.
It's just your first name.
Explain to me
Happy
why you
Spanners.
picked that.
Other than to be abused for most of your life.
Yeah, that's probably not a good choice.
Probably
You're
not.
complaining that you said that we made fun of you just a few seconds
How are we
ago,
supposed to
Matt.
ignore that, Matt?
That was
How are
a
we meant to
few
not make
seconds
fun of you if
ago.
your name was that?
Yeah.
How are we meant to make fun of you?
I'd accept it.
you
It's either that or having like a really like
but
a
why
really
would that be your name?
awesome
Why
name,
would you want that
like-
to be your name?
You're acting like you don't have a choice. You do have a choice.
Why would I want it to be my name?
Yeah, why do you
'Cause
want
it's
that to be
funny?
It may be funny for 5 minutes,
Yeah.
but then people are going to be like laughing at you and stuff.
Yeah,
And
every
then
time you have to write
you'll
down
get-
your name, it's
you'll get
like,
bullied for your whole life, and then like by the time you're our age now, you probably wouldn't even be it because you'd be like carrying
Oh,
shame.
I
for the
didn't
fact
realize. Is
everyone
that
bullied
is this we just restart my life and then I change my name, or is that?
No, you're making this too complicated.
Because I am your age.
you? I hadn't.
If
really
you had to
thought
pick a
about
new
it.
name,
Or if I had
Josh,
to-
if you had to pick one more question to end the podcast, what's it going to be?
Jesus Christ, that's a bit too much pressure, isn't it?
I feel like happy adjustable spanner doesn't even make
I
sense.
stand by my point.
I'm happy that you're standing by, man.
Spanners
I
are
admire that.
adjustable, and I think
Some spanners.
it needs to be clear that I'm happy.
Not all spanners.
Someone goes, your name's Happy Spanners. I'm like, yeah, but at least I'm happy.
I don't really have many good questions left.
No, Josh, I'm sorry. There's no way you can get to the last question, big old up, and you go, I don't have any.
Because I've got some weird ones.
Ask me a bad one then.
All right. What if Batman gets bitten by a vampire?
Oh.
Well, he turns into a vampire, obviously.
Well, yeah, but he's already Batman. What do you call him?
I am a Batman.
I don't know why the people would write in that
Oh, what would you
storyline.
call him?
Well,
What is that the question?
I didn't make it up.
Is that the question? What you'd call him?
No, there wasn't a question. It was just, what if Batman gets bitten by a vampire?
He
When you
turned
told
into
me
a
at the start of the
vampire.
episode that we're going to do some life's big, the life's big questions aren't really that big.
Yeah.
I at least thought there'd be some big questions. I don't
There
think
is.
there's been
Do you
any.
want some actual big ones?
No, Josh. It's the end of the episode now. There's no time. Well, you didn't give us any big questions.
I felt it was too hard.
What am I going to call the podcast, Josh? I can't call it Life's Big Questions anymore. I'm going to have to call it Matt Comes On and fucking weirds everyone out.
To be fair, I think Matt's been the least weird today.
Matt, you give us a question
you've
off
been
there.
I
pretty
had a
weird.
pretty good day.
I've been weird.
Scroll
How
to
have
the
I
top.
been weird?
Scroll to the top for the proper
I've been making
ones.
business investments.
Oh, here's a really deep one.
Matt, you do the last question. One more question because Josh failed.
How do I live a good life?
There you go. See, look, he had it for
That's
1
too
second.
deep. It's
What do
too
you mean?
deep.
That's the idea of the episode, Josh.
Will, it's too serious.
That was the point of the episode.
Guys, don't fight over me.
All right, well, answer the
We're
question.
we're having a marital spat right now.
I know.
What
I
was the
can
question? I've
tell.
forgotten
through a
it.
difficult
I'm filled with
period.
rage. What's the question?
What was the question?
How have we forgotten? Matt, what's the question?
How'd you live a good life?
How do you live a good life? 1, you burn babies.
Okay.
2, you have big fires. 3,
End up in jail.
you make lots of money.
Shall I do my answer?
Yeah.
And this is a serious answer.
Quiet down. Well, let me do my answer.
Enjoy yourself.
Oh, Matt.
And that's the way.
You kind of answered the question with the question.
Yeah.
Do what you
How
want
do you
to
live a good life?
Enjoy yourself.
You just live a good life. You just be good.
If everyone did that, we'd all be a happy place.
Do you want a serious
if there
answer,
are-
Will?
Yeah. I want you to give me the most serious answer you can do, seriously, and for everyone to realise how much of a cock you are. Go on. What would you seriously say? Go
Oh,
on.
I think you know, be good to people.
Yeah.
Do the right things.
No, that's bad. Okay, I can tell you why. Being good to everyone is
Not everyone, Matt. It's being realistic,
good.
right?
You said
Do,
people.
yeah, but listen. Do as much as you can to be good without, being a pushover sort of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, don't let people rape you.
Yeah. That's
That's not even funny. That's just serious, genuine suggestion.
Serial.
Don't let
Yeah.
people do that because
Yeah.
they will take advantage of
But
you.
you don't always have a choice.
That is the issue.
Like
with
if
rape, Josh.
if like Hulk was in here,
that is the problem with rape.
if Hulk was in here and he was like, "I'm gonna rape you," I'd say, "I don't want you to," but he could still do it, couldn't he?
That
He's
yes,
the
Josh, that's
Hulk.
what I'm saying. That is what rape is.
I
That's
don't know
the
why
issue
you
I know.
picked
with rape.
Hulk.
Which is
Why
why
did you
rape
pick
isn't funny.
Hulk?
Because if you could choose to get raped,
Do you mean
No
the
one
Hulk?
said it was.
You mean the Hulk?
Yeah, I said that.
Oh, I thought you meant like Hulk, as in like Hulk Hogan.
if you wanted to get raped, then that.
Why are we
funny,
talking
but
about
then it
rape?
wouldn't
Stop
be
talking about rape.
Sorry, man.
We're trying to talk about what
I'm trying
makes.
to dig myself out of the hole and I'm making it even worse. I feel like I've offended people.
Listen, you've got nothing against this, right? This is good for everyone,
Okay. We're all happy.
all right?
Josh,
So,
end the
yeah,
episode.
there, done.
Make sure everyone knows how to find us.
I feel like people may be a little bit more enlightened now.
Yeah, if you want to contact us, go to Josh's house. His address is I'm taking the
You
piss.
don't even know my
I
address.
don't even know your
No,
address.
you
Why
don't.
would I?
Yeah, in
Do you
fact,
know-
I'm quite.
Do you know my
you
address?
don't know anything about me, really.
No. We'll find out next episode. That'll be next episode. Finding out about Josh.
Finding out about Josh.
Meet Josh.
I'll just read out
Josh
biography
cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can write us a biography of yourself.
during the podcast.
We'd like to say thanks again to Matt, who's become I don't know.
You-
I'm
You've
much
done well
happier
today.
this
The fact
day.
Yes, I'm much happy with you to be honest.
No
Matt.
alcohol.
I was really annoyed last time
Why?
because you didn't let me answer the question.
But you.
But we let you
what,
answer.
whiskey?
Matt. Have we got to the bottom of why we didn't let you answer the questions?
yes,
Because you made a mistake. Okay.
You fucked
because
up.
You fucked up. Yes. You can't expect to fucking bring cocaine to an airport and not get fucked up. That's the situation we're
Yep.
in. Say goodbye, Josh.
Right, thank you very much for coming on, Matt. Good to see you, Will. As
I'm sure
always.
we'll have Matt back again some point. Maybe not in the
Yeah.
next episode, but he'll definitely be
Yeah,
back.
I think you'll be a regular.
Be saying thank you to me for coming on.
Yeah,
I thought I was a regular.
I thought I owned the
I
show.
thought my name in the title of the show was good enough.
By the way,
good enough for me
we
to
haven't
come back
addressed
every
the
week.
fact that you were the one that put Will before Josh. We never discussed this.
I just thought it sounded better.
Yeah, of course you did.
Oh, I did genuinely. I know
Son
it's a
of a
bit.
gun.
I know it's a bit narcissistic. Do you not think that Josh and Will shows? Oh, I guess maybe that does have a
No.
similar kind of ring.
Listen, I'm not holding it against you.
I had
beef.
a funny story. I actually had originally planned it to be Josh and Will, but I just when I was animating the thing, I just put Will first because it was obviously in my head first.
Yeah.
And then I did genuinely realize after I done it, I thought, oh, maybe I should change it, and I thought, no, I'll just keep it
This
the
is
same.
the longest outro we've ever had.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Mac, over there.
Matt's put
With
his
the hand up.
Matt's put his hand up.
Yes, you over there.
when I come back, I'll have something special planned.
Oh, that's more whiskey, isn't it?
That's what I wanna
What
know.
is that? Vodka?
Well,
Thanks very much for listening, everyone.
Thank you
We'll
very
see you
much.
next week.
Bye-bye.